Hey guys, James Lawson here, and welcome to episode 10 of Business Success by Design. And in this week's episode, we're going to talk about how you make money as a coach. And we're going to crush the myth that in order to make money as a coach, you have to be a great coach. Are you going to be great at coaching? Okay, well, guess what? Bollocks. It's not true. Let's get on.
Welcome to the Business Success by Design podcast, where you'll learn everything you need to know about building a thriving business. This isn't theory. It's hardcore strategies and tactics designed to help you win. Join us as top business coaches, marketers, and business insiders pull back the curtain on what really works in building the business you want and what's just complete BS. You'll get the inside track on how to connect with your audience, build long-term relationships, and be seen as the go-to guy or gal indoor space, all while driving insane profits for you and your business. And now, sit back and listen to rockstar host James Lawson, he's the one with a funny accent, and Angela Inzerillo as they go deep, cut through the crap, and get to the core of making your business work for you.
Okay, listen, probably one of my favorite things that's happening in the industry and has been happening for a long time is this myth that is getting pushed around. And I'm hearing it on podcasts like almost every single day about how to build your coaching business. And to build your coaching business, you have to be really good at coaching. Okay, I'm not saying that you don't have to create value, and I'm not saying that you have that not being a good coach is in any way the right thing to do, right? You got to be good. You got to master your skill, and that's great. And you've got to get better at what you do. We all, look at things that help us develop our skills ongoing. But listen, I don't care if you're a coach. I don't care what the hell your business is. The technical skill of that business is nowhere near as important as your ability to master the skill of sales and marketing. Period. I don't care if you are certified up the wazoo in coaching. If you can't market your business, if you don't know how to sell in coaching, nothing else is going to matter. So, let's just get away from this whole idea that your coaching business, or any business for that matter, is really predicated on your technical skill. It's not. There are people out there who are amazing coaches. I've met them. They're amazing coaches. And they still can't get above 5, 6, 7K a month in their business. Why? Because they haven't learned how to do the sales and marketing piece. And if you look at any business, any business, the only two things in your business that make money is sales and marketing. That's it. Period. Stop effing around trying to get certified in this or certified in that, right? Learn how to do sales and marketing. If you want to get really good at coaching and you're maybe sitting in that space where you just feel you just don't have it all, right? You're maybe uncomfortable or you're feeling a little bit vulnerable in that space. Guess what? Join the club. We've all been there, right? I remember when back in 2009 when Angela and I opened our coaching business and we got our first client. And it was one of these things where I was like, holy shit, now what do I do? Right, we had no idea, really, right, about what we should be doing or what we need to do to help. Now that we're part of a franchise at this time, and it really was a scary moment. But you know what? We got through it. We had created our little system. We had a system, right, for coaching. But that moment when that first client goes, okay, I'm ready to sign, was both the best moment ever and one of the scariest moments ever. But we got through it, right? We got through it. So what you really need to be thinking about, more than getting really great at coaching from the get-go is get really great at marketing yourself. Get really great at understanding what it is and who it is that you want to coach, right? The coaching skills are something you're going to develop over time. No amount of certification, and this is what kills me. We see this daily. People who have spent $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 getting ICF certified. Now, I'm not banging on the ICF here at all, but the ICF themselves issue stats that tell you that something like 70% plus of all ICF coaches make less than $50,000 a year. I mean, what the fuck is going on with these people, right? Stop teaching people how to coach and teach people how to grow a business. Teach people how to get clients. Teach them how to go out there and create their brand, right? Market to boost their visibility and start having meaningful conversations. The coaching will happen, right? The coaching will come. And by the way, being a great coach, I mean, this is something that you can, I hate to say it, but learn on the job, right? We came into this business, and although we had done some coaching at corporate level in our own teams, we hadn't coached a business. We hadn't been out there and, learn, the 123 different questions that you have to ask someone to create a breakthrough, which again, by the way, is just BS. But this is the journey that you're on. This is the journey that almost every business has to go through. And if you're going to rely on the greatness of your technical skill in order to grow your business, and let me tell you, my friends, you are pretty much screwed. You are well and truly screwed. So, as a coach, where should you be focused? As a coach, specifically, right? I'm just talking to coaches here. Although, guys, let me tell you, this pretty much works everywhere. But number one priority for you in your new business is this: build, grow, nurture, and activate your network. Period. That's what you need to be doing. Get out there. Start talking to people. Build up your network. Create your list of champions or people that you might want to do some level of joint venture partnership with. Don't be spending money on Facebook ads. You ain't there yet, right? Don't spend money on anything that requires you or anything that is marketing based, which is going to suck up your cash. Unless you're really wealthy, which most of us weren't at the start of our business, right? But you need to get out and you need to start making connections. One of the biggest mistakes that we made in the beginning was not building a network. We started it, and when we got into it, we did it very, very quickly. But that was the thing that we should have done right from the start, because our network is where the money is. Your personal network and the connections that your network are going to produce is where the money is, right? And we, Ange and I, are actually going to do a whole podcast on how you should build and activate your network, right? So look for that in the next couple of weeks. But this is something that is really, really important, guys. And I swear to God, it kills me when I see coaches talk about, I'm a certified life coach, I'm certified in this, I'm certified in that. And then you talk to them and they have no clients. Or they're struggling. Maybe they've got one or two, but they can't keep their clients. Now, retention is a whole different ballgame. Let me just be clear. Retention of your client is a very different thing. But you can't retain a client if you can't get a client in the first place. So we have to focus on what do we do to attract the right people for us to have a meaningful conversation that allows us to show them how we can transform them or their business over time. Because that's what the game is, right? That's what the game really is. How do we create this transformation in their business? So stop worrying and stop spending money on certifications. Now, there is a caveat to this, which is to say that if you want to move into something like executive coaching, then it's pretty much the deal that most organizations will probably not hire you unless you have some level of certification in the executive coaching world. And certainly if you're doing executive coaching for large corporations, they're probably going to want you to be certified at some level. And I don't know what that level might be, but executive coaches are typically pretty well certified, and especially if they're working with multi-million-dollar companies. But if you're life coaching, if you are a business coach or a marketing coach, and you have a certain skill, you can't walk into this and not have a skill, right? You need to have some level of expertise, which is to say, if you were training dolphins at SeaWorld and you want to become a life coach, then you're going to have to get some training, right, before you dive into this. Business coaching is the one area where I say to people, look, you want your business coach to run a business, right? You need them to understand what it takes to start, grow, and scale a business. And if they don't have that, then you probably don't want to use them. The reason being that the world of business coaching, there's just too much at stake, right? There's too much at stake. But it doesn't mean you have to go spend $20,000, $30,000 getting certified. There are good coaching programs out there that can help you as you begin your coaching journey. Go figure it out, right? Find out who might be a good fit for you, right? And join that. But it's not about certifications. That's about getting trained, right? You don't need to be certified. So focus on the things that matter. Focus on sales and marketing. Get really, really good at marketing. Get really good at having conversion conversations. But don't go into a conversation with the thought process that this has to be a sale. It doesn't. Sometimes that conversation, as we say, you either win or you learn. You can go into a conversation, not get the outcome you were hoping for, but that outcome, you still learn something. You've learned something about yourself. You've learned something about the conversation, right? You're going to modify your conversation the next time. There's going to be nuances that you're going to come up against. You're going to have to be ready. You're going to have to be ready for objections. Right? You're going to have to be ready to talk about why the price that you're charging, that investment, is actually, insignificant relative to the outcome that's going to get provided. So you have to get really good around these things. None of this has anything to do with your coaching skills at all. Your coaching skills come next. And yes, you're going to have some level of skill, guys, as I've said. Right? But the coaching skills alone are not going to make you money. They might help you retain your client longer, which is also really cool. Right? Which is why we want to invest in our skills. But those are the things that aren't making you money in the get-go, right? They will help you retain clients longer. So don't fall into the trap of believing. And again, I've been on listening to these podcasts, and there was one that I listened to this morning. This lady talking about how your coaching skills are the one thing you need. And I'm like, oh my God, no, it's not. Stop telling people that. It's BS. They're important to get good skills, but they're not the most important thing from the start. The most important thing from the start is you learning how to get clients, right? And developing your conversation, developing your system for coaching, right? And then working through that system and refining that skill as you go. That's how you're going to grow your business. All right, so listen, hopefully this was valuable to you guys. I hope it was. If you want to dive deeper into this stuff, join our next webinar, right? We have free training that we do every couple of weeks live. Jump on a webinar. We're going to talk through a bunch of this stuff, what it really takes for you to grow either your coaching business or any small business, really, if you're in that startup or early stage. We're going to show you how to do this that doesn't cost you a bunch of money and has a very, very high success rate. All right? So listen, Again, James Lawson, thanks for listening. Hope you join us next time. And feel free to drop me a comment, whether you agree or disagree with anything that I've said. Just know that if you disagree, you're probably wrong. I'm just kidding. No, send your comments. I want to hear it, guys. All right, listen, it's been great. It's been fun. And I will talk to you in a week's time. All right, guys, take care.